I used to really hate Christmas. Like, I would say Halloween and Valentine's Day are the only good holidays. Christmas just brings up a lot of like family stuff, divorced parents, how you're gonna spend time with everyone, who's getting along. But I also started to associate it with people yelling at cashiers and baristas to say Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays. So it just became this season of just like, ugh. But it can also be a magical time where we get to get witchy. We're gonna talk about how to bring some magic back into the holidays by celebrating the winter solstice, also known as Yule. I got my Yule shirt on, so we're all ready to go. But as you probably know, Christmas comes out of the pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. I find it very empowering and fulfilling to focus on the witchy and pagan aspects of things that are now known as Christmas traditions. Most of the traditions have symbolism and meaning rooted in nature, and by learning and focusing on that part, you can really redefine the traditions for yourself, get a deeper spiritual meaning, and find what really resonates with you. But if that doesn't vibe with you, if it still feels too close to Christmas, that's okay. You can look to your own cultural traditions or even make up traditions of your own. So let's get into it. Starting off with the most enduring symbol of the winter solstice, we have the evergreen tree. Because evergreen trees stay green all year round, they are thought to symbolize life, rebirth, and renewal. So when you look at your evergreen tree in your living room or in your window, you can think about those deeper meanings of rebirth and what that means for you. Number 2, a wreath with a pentacle. Many people see a pentacle and they think Satan, but a pentacle is actually a symbol for protection. You can even see it on some medieval churches. But what's really fun is that a wreath, a regular old holiday wreath, can be easily turned into a pentacle by adding ribbons or sticks. I typically find sticks in my yard and hot glue them into a star and just hot glue that baby onto the wreath. You can also like weave the ribbon into the branches. There's probably good tutorials out there. And ta-da, witchy flair added to your front door. Number 3, orange slices. Orange slices are also known as sun wheels or sun wheel ornaments. I'm sure you've seen them all over social media because they've been becoming really popular. But that's a good thing. Like the name sun wheel suggests, they represent the sun. And the winter solstice is all about the sun. It marks the shortest day of the year where we have the least amount of sunlight, and every day after, the sun is slowly returning. Orange slices can also represent having a sweet and happy life. You can weave them into a garland or hang them as ornaments on your tree. I do them as ornaments on my tree. They really add a nice pop of color. And I think it's easier than garland, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Number 4, solstice advent spiral. Like a Christmas advent counts down until Christmas, a solstice advent counts down until the solstice. What makes it more witchy is the spiral shape. A spiral is a symbol used to represent nature, the cycles of the season, life, and rebirth. How it works is you put down a stone for each day in a spiral, and the last one is something special like a crystal. Each day after the sun goes down, remove a stone and put a little tea candle in its place. Have this daily ritual be like a little meditation. You can reflect on the past year and think about what you want for the new year. Eventually, you will have replaced all the stones with little candles, and candles are another symbol of light and the sun. 5, witchy ornaments on the tree. This is an opportunity to get really creative and personal. Rune symbols make good ornaments, little jars with your favorite herbs inside, crystals. I've seen tarot card ornaments, little Ouija board planchettes. Anything that is spiritual to you, anything that is witchy or makes you think of the winter solstice. Here's a little tour of my witchy ornaments. First, I have a Libra ornament because I'm a Libra. I have a sun because, of course, like we talked about, the solstice is all about the sun. I have a little ornament of a swan because swans are associated with Aphrodite, and I love Aphrodite. And this is a little bonus, but at the top of the tree is a pentacle that I made myself. I just, again, got sticks from the yard, hot glued them together, and painted them gold. And so I have a nice little pentacle on the top of my tree. Number 6, red and green candles. The traditional colors for Yule candles are green and red. Green represents growth as the days grow longer. prosperity, and health. Red symbolizes willpower, courage, and birth. White and gold candles can also be used. They represent the sun and light, so whatever your preference is. I have mine behind me. I don't know, can you see them well? Ooh. I have little small chime candles. I like the chime candles because it's not like a huge investment money-wise, so you can get like a good big box of them and have them like all year long. Oh no. Number 7, the Yule Log. So you probably are familiar with the Yule Log because it's on TV or now Netflix. You can type in Yule Log and it's a burning fireplace. Burning a Yule Log dates back to when bonfires were more associated with Winter Solstice celebrations. And you can still do a bonfire on the solstice. There's a little bonus witchy thing you can do. As it became associated with Christmas, people would bring a giant log, like the size of a whole tree, into their house and burn it for the 12 days of Christmas. But it was still a little witchy. Based on how the log was burning, like how many sparks were coming up and stuff like that, people would make predictions and tell fortunes for the next year. There's witchy stuff everywhere, secretly. You could just burn a big ass log in your fireplace, but please be careful, that sounds like a fire hazard. If you are like me and you don't have a fireplace, you live in a small space, you can get a representational Yule log. This is my first Yule log. I drilled 3 holes in it to make space for the little chime candles, and I just burned the candles. I didn't burn the whole log. If you want to completely avoid a fire hazard, you could use fake lights. I returned this log here to nature when I moved, also known as flinging it into the woods. But now I live in the city and it's not so easy to just find a log for free, so I need to figure something out. But I really love the Yule log. It's a great centerpiece. It's great on your altar if you do make a Yule altar. Let me know in the comments which witchy traditions you plan to try, and if you have any of your own witchy traditions or ideas, let me know what they are. I'm always looking for new ways to celebrate the solstice. Blessed Yule and have a happy winter solstice.